Hello, I'm Ars Techne, your captain speaking, and today we're gonna fly by the moon, so I hope you all enjoy, and here we go. Now I hope you all enjoyed today's flight. It's going to be a cool negative quite a bit out in space. But the flight's usually pretty smooth. We don't usually encounter any turbulence until the re-entry of Kerbal, so yeah, just sit tight. Anywho, welcome back, everybody. And this episode is going to be showing off more of what this aircraft does on, well, just in terms of how just in terms of it's working. That it really does fly like a beluga once it gets into the atmosphere. Like, no joke, 100% Hitchhiker's Guide kind of issue going on. It's just hilarious. But anywho, so, and this will be and that'll just be the first half of this video. It'll go by pretty quick. But are we dropping off a little too fast? No, I think we're good. Although our ascending and descending node is kind of bad at the moment. But as long as it's under 2 for the moon, you'll get there and back. But anything greater than, well, I think 0.4, and your orbit is going to be very eccentric on the way back. Anywho, just getting into orbit here. It looks like we're pushing that apoapsis out about as fast as we're gaining in height, though. So we might actually just cut the engines here, let the timer tick down a bit, say to, well, till we get into proper space. And we will start thrusting again. And this will actually save on our fuel a little bit too, so that we can do a slowing burn just before we get into the atmosphere. So, but if you want to save fuel, get into the lowest orbit possible. I found out while testing this aircraft that I can actually lose fuel by first of all, not getting high enough. That I did botch one test launch in which I was flying people at the time, so it's kind of a test with passengers. So yeah, a little teensy doodle. But this airplane has performed phenomenally. It only had one issue with heating up, and that's because I tried to push it down to 30 meters while returning. 30 meters? Or 30 kilometers into the atmosphere. So And that is really deep to be pushing a space plane on a return. So, but it still didn't blow up. It came close. That heat meter was very scarily close. We gotta get this up to orbit, which is gonna make quite the apoapsis on the other side, unfortunately. Unless we do one of these, which should pull up this side really quick, and that's enough. Now, unfortunately, we put our apoapsis on that side. That we did not have a very good burn to make a very stable apoapsis. Oh dear, okay. No, close that. I grabbed the wrong thing. When doing it from above like this, you really have to watch that where you grab. You might grab this purple one rather. Okay, and then just at the 90 degrees to it, then just pull it out. Oh wow. Oh wow, that's gonna be a much bigger burn than... Hey, whoa, okay, that's too big. Than intended. Let's see if we can't fix that a little. Say we move it over here. Ah, that's a little bit better. Yeah, and that's just more to line it up than to actually use. I will actually be getting rid of it before. Oh dear, I keep forgetting that. Which might mess up our straightness to it. So let's put it a little past because it will move. Then we simply warp to right there now that we have everything ready. I think that should be about right. No, it's moving with it a little too much. Okay. So, we need to push this down a little because it is off center. It does go up a little. So, but now this is how, now in terms of burning, you need to cut the time in half and start at the T minus that point. So this would be at about T minus 35 that I need to start burning. And the reason for that is that this estimated burn time is, or no, I shouldn't say that. The estimated burn time is how long it's going to take to get all of the delta V in place. But the maneuver node anticipates the delta V to be instantaneous, which it obviously won't be because we got to burn for a minute, 10 seconds. So you need to do half of your burn before and half of your burn after the node. So starting at T minus half of the burn time is actually when you need to start burning. Otherwise you're going to go just a wee bit further, should I say? Or it's not going to match the your maneuver node's estimation. So, and that could be very bad too, especially if you're trying to go between planets, because I think your ascending and descending node have to be like literally no more than 0.1 just to jump over to Duna kind of thing. So, and then I stop there, I get rid of this, and then I lightly burn. And I just zoom in here and right about there. Oh, that is really high. That's fine though. We can do a reverse burn on the way back. We actually have a lot less fuel than I thought. Actually, let me go from here. Where's our target? Our target is right there, so we will actually face that as we go in. Ooh, that was a frame jump. And then now we're in the moon's orbit. And we fly by. Okay, now we are in the retrograde, which is where we need to be, which is very nice actually. And we just need to kill some of this altitude. Oh, that's right. We need to stop completely. We just need to kill some of this altitude, and I think, yeah, we'll be fine. That was just really high up. We won't have as much for the retrograde burn, but we'll push this down to 40-ish. Yeah, about right there. Actually, we don't need to warp it because we are just going to do a manual warp to right there, or a selected warp. Okay, now we will be coming in on the daytime side. We'll enter on the nighttime side, but we will actually be entering on the daytime side. So we're going to flip this puppy around, and we are actually coming in a little slower than normal, which is actually good because our retrograde burn doesn't have to work that hard, or as hard, that means. Not a lot slower, but just like 100 meters per second slower, it seems. Let's kill that speed. Ditch the tanks. Flip around. And Jebediah is actually a pretty good pilot when it comes to this point, as long as the nose points straight into it. The problem comes at lower atmosphere, that no matter what I do, once it hits the light blue portion of the bar right here, the plane just flips out. And it'll do that in the upper atmosphere too if I move it off of this point at all. If I touch the controls right now, it will flip out. And that is dangerous because it might expose softer targets, so you could say. But it will slow it down faster. But the problem is yeah, it's just these guys I don't think really want to be doing yaw rolls the entire time. And I think I figured out why it kind of belugas is I forgot to put ailerons on the back of these wings, and so I only have control up here, and so that is kind of an issue. We are heating up quite a bit. I might have to send it into a flip if it gets too bad. But I think we're slowing down well enough at this point that we will be fine. But we'll keep an eye on it. It always heats up. All of these wings always heat up during re-entry. I just have to push it so deep that it does get quite hot. But I've not had anything burn up yet. And other than, like I said, that one time, but I tried to push it down to 30 kilometers into the atmosphere, which is really deep, to try to re-enter a space plane. Because it just generates so much heat. But yeah, it's slowing down now, so everything is cooling off, so we're good. We're actually going up. No. I'm going to send it into this roll, because that is going to slow it down immensely. Because I want to re-enter now. But yeah, we're not going to make it to the light side anymore. This flip will cause it to slow down fast enough. If we stayed level, we would have we would actually still be going a lot faster than this even. But yeah, so we will, so the second half of this episode, we will actually try to engineer a better plane, going with the idea of Delta V, or not Delta V, a Delta wing. Too many deltas in spaceflight. Now here's a problem. This, like I said, this thing does not fly, and we have mountains coming up. Oh, wait, Jebediah, did you? Oh, you are a god among Kerman. He fixed it. He has never fixed it before. He fixed it. So, though we are going very, very fast, we are not going to slow down very fast anymore. And we might actually make it over these mountains. I'm actually going to tilt it this way because I want to actually try to avoid these mountains. And I'm hoping that I can turn the plane ever so slightly away. Actually, we might make it over at this point. Okay, Jebediah, you have the controls. You know what you're doing, it looks like. Just as long as we don't... We need some lift, actually. It's like I call it the beluga, and then the... Okay, never mind. There it goes. It's flipping again. I'm sorry, Jebediah. I messed that up. I tried to co-pilot. I think we'll have a nice patch that will land in right here, I think. But, yeah. We slow down very fast in the... or we slow down in the upper atmosphere for the most part, so we will actually just time warp this. It does this... what is this, a Z roll? Or a Y roll? Okay, no, we're going straight down pretty much now. We are kind of helicoptering down, which actually slows our descent by quite a bit, but... I'm going to have to watch the ground, though, because we will be coming in. So much like the whale, and I know it's like a blue whale or something like that in Hitchhiker's Guide, but I could just imagine that it was kind of like this. The very nice thing about this is because these wings are folded up a little or bent up a little, it will always remain right side up, which is very, very good. The primary issue is that we can't get it to actually fly. So, but we are falling pretty much straight down. Let's speed it up again. We are in the lower atmosphere. We are coming close to the ground, though, so I'm going to want to slow it down right about now, I would say. Just to take perspective. Landing gear. But yeah, the issue is we're going too fast downwards, and he just can't get the plane to face that direction. Probably because I don't have ailerons back here. If I did, he probably could, because then it would be able to tip the plane in the correct direction. So that was a design error on my fault, or on my half, but the plane works for the most part. So, and we are going to be redesigning it now, or in a moment here, where we will do something similar to this front, but we're just going to make it a Delta wing, which is just a big triangle wing. So I think we need the parachutes right about now. I'm trying to let it go as low as possible without those parachutes, but then I guess I could speed it up now. So we will turn the brakes on, because the moment we land, we don't want to be rolling anywhere. So And boop. There we go. Successful landing. And so that's how... Okay. And these wheels just don't like to balance at all, ever. Anywho, that's how most of the missions have been. And I've actually gotten a lot of science because of that. And with that science, I wanted to look into getting probably more aircraft parts. I know we need the heavy rocketry, but actually we need these 3. So we need like 270 science. But we're getting almost 10 from each of these trips. So if I get this right here, I could design a more re-entry friendly plane, you could say. Of which... Ooh, and that has a better max temp. I could put it in front of this. Which I could test to see if that could act as the shield. That way I could balance the craft better. So we're going to research this. And then we're going to go into this space plane hangar. And... Oh, that's right. I have to place something first. Okay, we're going to be a little cheeky at first, and we're going to design a body in which this piece can fit into. So, what we're going to do is we're going to put one of these down here. And then we are going to actually put our passenger pods on it. Kind of. Or not. Okay, I need a structural piece in which can face in every direction. Or some piece that can face in every direction, like a cube, so to say. Nope, that's in line. I wanted to do something cheeky, and the game's like, no, you're not allowed. Stop it. Okay, I guess we're not going to be cheeky. Because I have to attach parts to non-connected parts, but I guess if it's going to be as easy as we're just putting a nose cone on... What? Okay. Okay, that nose cone was legitimately too small. Can we tweak scale that? No, we cannot. Okay. Well, these are a little better. So I could do like one of those, and that will protect it from the heat. Let's put this structural fuselage, because we do want the plane a little longer, because as we've seen, it tends to like to weigh towards the front, especially... Ooh, this cockpit is lighter though, which is nice. So let's put on the crew cabins, and I'll try to get through this really quick so that you can at least see what it should be like by the end of the episode, which is actually coming up very, very fast here. We do have this like connector right here, and then if we did like a roll, it would be on the bottom, but I don't like that. So what we're going to do is we're just going to again add, actually, you know what? We do need at least a few batteries just to ensure. So we're going to put one of these containers on the back here. And then one of, no, that didn't do it. One of these. And we're going to open this up real quick, and we're going to just give this thing an insane amount of battery. Why? Because we can. We're going to recover it, so it doesn't matter how the batteries are in there necessarily, or how many we make, because we have plenty of money to just keep if we're going to recover it, we have the money to spend on it. So now let's build ourselves a wing. Ooh, these are huge too. I do kind of want to build it off of one piece. So like I'll put that down, and then I want to build everything kind of off of that. Oh, no, where was, I thought there was, yeah, I guess it's this, but I gotta turn it right. Okay, and I guess I gotta move it. New, little bit forward, please. A little bit more. And I think right there is good. We will put another one up on the front of this. So rotate, rotate, rotate. So like right there. And that is Z fighting so terribly. Anywho, thank you guys for watching. We will... Oh, okay. That figuring out controls. We will see how this flies in the next episode. So thank you guys for watching. And you can kind of see the shape here. I will have some tail wings sitting up off of this, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. I hope you're enjoying the episodes. Stonehearth is back, so this should be the morning video unless something happened to Stonehearth, because it was working yesterday. So we'll do a slight incline right there, and then we will move this back up. Anywho, if you have any questions, comments, suggestions, please leave those in the comments section below, and I'll get back to you guys as quick as I can. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Have a good one. Goodbye. Thank you for watching all the way to the end of the outro. If you would like to see every rocket launch like this, be sure to leave a link in the comment section below. Thanks again for watching. Bye.